I'm Stephanie and this is Ashley. We're on a cross-country road trip around the United States with our dog Finnegan and our cat Winifred. We travel in our 2002 Flagstaff pop-up camper with the dream of one day owning a van. On this episode, we see two amazing places, the Four Corners Monument and Mesa Verde National Park. At the Four Corners, we stood in 4 states at the same time: Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, and Arizona. The Navajo people were there to share their stories of culture, which we were so grateful to hear. At Mesa Verde National Park, we learned a lot about different people that lived in the area at different times. Colorado has been so much fun. Next, we are headed south. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so we can continue to show Finn and Winnie the country. We really appreciate it. We had to fuel up at Mountaintop Fuel. Gas is $4.44 here. That's crazy. But we had 9 miles to empty, so we were desperate. Come on, Finn. I am making teriyaki grilled chicken on the grill. We're gonna have this tomorrow in a grilled chicken Caesar salad for lunch with Olive Garden dressing. And then for dinner, we're making these sirloin steak tips with white rice and black beans and avocado, a little rice bowl. We're standing outside the Four Corners Monument. We're in 4 different states right now. And we did take a family picture. We'll post that here.
Hi there.
Hi.
How are you ladies doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good. We do the sand paintings here. And then on the back they have the stories.
Oh, I love that.
And you're welcome to read them. And we do our own magnets there, my wife and I.
I love these vases. They're so pretty.
They look like this here with the tea light.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And when we go to art shows, my wife gets the little strings, the LED lights.
Oh yeah, puts them in there.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Where are you ladies from?
Rhode Island.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's a big change there.
Yeah.
Are you guys Red Sox fans?
Yes.
Are you really?
Yes.
Well, check out this story. It's a pretty cool story. We do the sand paintings in the Navajo culture for like if there's bad spirits or bad elements. And like in Medicine Man, he'll do his sand painting on the ground in a round house called a hogan. And the hogan, the door is always facing east since the sun rises from the east. And then it's a 2-day ceremony. And then early in the morning he does his prayer. And then they rest most of the day. And then at night he does his singing, his chant. And then after the 2nd day, he destroys it. So it sends all the negativity back into the earth. But one day I was reading the paper, and these guys are really private. And then I told my wife, I see the medicine in the newspaper, medicine man. And I go, babe, look, there's a medicine man. And he was standing on the pitcher's mound. So I was like, what? So I started reading. It said, Chesternez of Shiprock, New Mexico, Navajo medicine man, taking the curse of the Bambino off the Boston Red Sox. And that was the year you
That's
guys
the other one, the World Series.
I also just wanted to show you guys the view from outside the Four Corners Monument. It is just unbelievable.
We are definitely not in Rhode Island anymore. Huge, huge change. Rhode Island is all green, and this is all desert, but gorgeous in its own way. Check out the shirt we just purchased.
How cool is that? And I'm standing in 2 states right now.
Going back to the car to show Winnie our new shirt. She's gonna love it.
This is the Montezuma Overlook in Mesa Verde National Park. Wow, is it windy up here. We're at the Park Peak Overlook. We're 8,572 feet in elevation right now. It is absolutely gorgeous up here. You can take the Park Point Trail up into the old fire lookout, but the sign said that there's rattlesnakes, and I'm not interested in that.
I'm not interested in that either.
If you can't tell by this small series, we don't like snakes.
No.
We don't mess with snakes.
Nope.
So we're fine right here where I can run to the car. This is the Spruce Treehouse view from the top. We're about to head down there and see what we can see. This is as close as we can get to it because the Spruce Treehouse is closed. So this is as close as we're going to get. So it is way too hot for us to do any kind of hike or outdoor activity today. So we went on the National Park website and there was a self-guided audio tour. So we're gonna do that on the Mesa Top Loop. So you can go on the National Park website and download these audio tours. We've seen them at a couple of the national parks, so we've never done one, so we're excited to do this one. Finn wants to let everyone know to download the podcast for the audio tour before you get to where you're going, because you probably won't have service to listen to it. Thanks, Finn.
reading in this book that the first signs of settlement was 550 AD by the Puebloan people, and it started with them having a one-room pit house, which was kind of like a basement, and they'd get covered with tree limbs and dirt. And then in the basket weaver moment, they would get into like a 40 to 50 room community house. So then after the basket weaver era, there was the cliff dwelling era, which people made under like little overpasses, and it was kind of from the erosion of the freezing and the thawing in the rocks. But after the 13th century, there was no more Puebloan people living here. In the 1700s, the Ute people moved in, and one snowy day in December, cattlemen were looking for their cows, and they came across what is now Cliff Palace. So once they found that, they told people, people started coming to see the cliff dwellings in Cliff Palace, and Teddy Roosevelt heard wind of it, deemed this as a national park, wrote in the Act of Preservation for American Antiques.
Because people were coming and taking ancient body parts and ancient things in this land that weren't meant to be dug up and taken from this park.
No, so after he wrote that into act, you cannot take anything from the parks anymore, and anything on federal land belongs on federal land. So we talked the other day about at Mount Rushmore, Teddy Roosevelt was one of the important people because of his act for conservation, and this just proves it. We're so sad. That's where the sign is supposed to be for Mesa Verde National Park, and it's all covered up, and I don't think there's another one to take our picture at.
And nope, now the Welcome Center's closed.
Everything's under construction.